Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nostalgic Gamers Club here exclusively on the internet. My name's Zach, and if this is your first time watching this, welcome. This is a show where I just look at old games that I like, and we look at the front cover, the back cover, the instruction guide, and then we even watch a little bit of gameplay if I'm feeling frisky. And today, my friends, I'm feeling frisky. I probably shouldn't say that on the internet. But today, you guys, we are taking a look at the one, the only SSX Tricky for the Nintendo Gamecube. This came out in 2001 for Gamecube, PS2, and Xbox. It came out later in 2002 for the Game Boy Advance to not so great reviews. But honestly, my memories of this game are so fond and honestly just wholesome. I remember so specifically, we were at my older cousin's Christmas party. And I called him Uncle because he was a much older cousin. But his kids and I were a lot closer to the same age. We all got together. We were kind of like the cousins in the family. And we got together with the other cousins that were there as well. And we all went up to this like awesome like attic room. It was so cool. And they pulled out a GameCube and they had SSX Tricky. And I'd never seen this game before. And when I tell you that during this Christmas party, we all sat and played SSX Tricky for like 2 hours, we were obsessed. And then when we got home, of course, I was like, Mom, Dad, I need this game. Proceeded to get it, proceeded to play it non-freaking stop. I absolutely loved this game. Unfortunately, the copy that I had was not complete in box, so I bought a complete in box one because I wanted to look at this with you guys. So let's start off looking at the front cover here. We have a few of our hero characters here. I always play it as this fella, and for some reason I feel like I always got into the most fights with Elise, like because you can shove people on the snowboard. But we have this beautiful orange and blue color scheme, and in case you can't really tell in the video, it might be a little hard to tell. It does have these kind of like holographic looking backgrounds to it. And there are even little snowflakes kind of hidden in the holograms. I'll try to kind of rotate the case so you can see that a little bit. Just a really cool box design. They didn't need to go this hard with it, but they did. They did that for us. The spine is pretty straightforward, just SSX Tricky. The back cover here, we got a few things to look at. So up top it says 1 to 2 players simultaneous and memory card. I think it's interesting that it doesn't say how many slots it takes up on the memory card, or blocks rather, because it was GameCube. I know a lot of the GameCube games would show how many blocks it takes, but this one doesn't. Maybe it'll say it in the instruction booklet. I have not read ahead. But up top here it says resist gravity. We see massive adrenaline rushes, intense racing rivalries, insane Uber tricks. So when your tricky meter fills up, you can do an Uber trick. And mind-blowing worlds. And all of these are just accompanied by various snowboarders doing their various tricks. Here we got Eddie doing a little grab trick there. This game was rated E for everyone for comic mischief, mild language, and mild violence. And before we dive into the instruction booklet here, I did just want to point out some of the scores that this game got in the reviews. So for the GameCube, it was getting between an 8 and a 9 out of 10. For PS2, between like an 8.5 and 9.5 out of 10. For Xbox, very similar to the GameCube score, but the Game Boy Advance version only got a 66 out of 100 from Metacritic. Not amazing, and most of those reviews do seem to be in that mid-6 range. Game Informer gave it a 4 out of 10, so the Game Boy version was apparently not that great. We'll pop open the case here. We have the disc itself, which, again, very just GameCube style. They did play a lot with that reflectivity of the disc, just like they kind of did the holographic art on the cover. And then diving into, oh no, I always have trouble getting these out of here. Diving into the strategy guide. This is not a strategy guide, Zach. What are you doing? Diving into the instruction booklet. It's the exact same as the cover art here. EA Sports Big. Of course, kind of as per usual, we start off with their basic warnings, their control settings, how to reset to a neutral position on the controller. We have our table of contents with Eddie dancing over top. That's kind of a fun little addition there. And I've said this in some other videos, but this is a thicker instruction booklet, so I'm going to try to kind of go through this a little bit quickly here. We have our getting started, our command reference. Not controller reference, this is command reference. But it's not the actual controls of the game, it's just reference. Here we have our controls for the game, our basic controls, including just some other artwork of the characters here and their various poses. Like, look at that guy. He's definitely the bad kid in class. And I don't remember all these characters' names. This was one of those games that, for me and my friend group anyway, we didn't really care too much about the names of the characters so much as we did just trying to land all of the amazing tricks, which I recorded the gameplay segment to this before I recorded this segment. And I will say it was a lot harder to land those tricks than I remember it being. This starts to go over the basics of how to set up a single event, head-to-head racing. And again, feel free to pause it on any of these screens to see a little bit more detail. We're talking here about the different types of races. So there's race, show-off, time challenge. They go over how to select your character and what the different stats down here might mean. You're able to change out your outfit, your board. You're able to look at your rider profile, your trick book, and you're even able to give your character a username, which is pretty cool. And during this time, I feel like games were still kind of figuring out how to communicate a lot of this to the player. So having that trick book and things like that were very helpful. And you even see things like that in modern day games. You know, you look at like a Tekken and there is a list of available moves and available combos. So this was just a nice way to kind of remind and tell the player what they're able to do with a particular character. Selecting your venue, the options screen. Here's a complete list of controls. Also reset border, which I kept hitting the Y button like a million times in the gameplay. So I hope that you are not nearly as annoyed with that as I was, because I kept I kept resetting myself. I would go to do like the Tony Hawk controls and use that to grind, because I think that was grind in Tony Hawk, and or try to use it for like a grab trick. It just wasn't working. They go over the different tricks here: grabbed air tricks, rotation tricks, how to do a flip, advanced tricks, rail riding, which, again, I'm reading this after recording the gameplay. Looks like you just got to jump onto it. You don't even have to press a button to start the grind. And Uber tricks, which are really cool because they're different for every border in this game. I absolutely adore this. I want you to just read this section here. So it says, when the Uber disc starts to rotate, press and hold the A button to crouch as you approach a jump. Just before the end of the jump, release the A button to take off. While airborne, do this button combo. Step 3, Uber time. Gosh, I love when games have a sense of humor like that. Talks a little bit about riding the course. It says, this is your mountain, own it. Shows you a little bit about the HUD there. Again, it talks a little bit more about the Uber tricks, the different things you can find in the pause menu. This stretch here is just talking about the different game modes, world circuit, practice mode, etc. Advanced replay, so you could give yourself a little cool, edited almost replay of your session, which I thought was really cool at the time, because that wasn't something that a lot of games gave you. It gave you some camera control. You kind of do some, I don't want to really say edits, but loose cuts. This part is, honestly, we can skip over that. That's just saving and loading the game. We're getting into our credits, and as you guys know, if you've watched any videos on this channel, we're about to get to the section where there might be an ad on the back of this, and that's what I'm honestly very excited for, because I love these old ads. So let's see. Yeah, baby, we got an ad. So we have NBA Street. And it looks like it has a very similar graphic style to SSX Tricky. It would make sense. It was made by EA Sports at the time as well. But it says here, top selling product comes to Nintendo Gamecube. Street is the next generation of sports game. And that's from OPM. I don't know who OPM is. But hey, if you work for OPM, drop me a message and I'll send you this game. That's a lie. I'm not going to send you my copy of SSX Tricky. I'm not going to do that. Well, you guys, okay, with that, I say we check out a little bit of gameplay for this, and let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Let's go. I'm actually going to need these controls because, spoiler alert, I didn't read the guide prior to recording this. Whoa, that's loud.
This is going to be very, very interesting.
Oh, yeah. There's no way that I can include this full opening cutscene because of the music, but we're going to try. We're going to try. Man, this game was just like the pinnacle of snowboarding games. Really, of sports games in general, if you want my honest opinion. All right, we're going to have to skip this because of, copyright and all that.
SSX Tricky. I hope you brought warm clothes.
I guess that makes sense that they would want me to have warm clothes during a snowboarding game. So here's the thing. I haven't played this game in years. I do still have a save file on here, but I'm going to try to not really start new, but I'm just going to try to pick right back up where I left off and see if I can still play it all.
Select practice. We'll get you ready.
Do I practice or do I just dive in? What are my options here?
Configure controller.
Okay, so we got our
It's in your hands.
board grabs, our modifier, crouch jump, shove. Okay, that's going to be good. All right, I think we just do a single event.
Mode. Select brush.
Who do we want to play as?
Zoe.
Zoe, JP.
C.
So I always played as Eddie. He was always my boy. I feel like we got to pick Eddie. Look at him breaking that down.
Right on, baby.
This is bringing back so many memories. Do I have any other boards that I can pick or no? We'll see. Oh, here we go.
Customize board. Go for style and substance.
I think I want old school. I want to do more tricks than anything. Do I have a different outfit for him?
Customize outfit.
Oh, I see. I haven't completed.
On the slope.
I haven't completed enough here.
Setup.
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Oh man, I should have looked in the trick book. That's okay. I'll figure it out.
Event. What are you? Show. Race.
Let's just do a race.
Difficulty.
I'm gonna do amateur because it's been a long time.
Snow dream.
Let's do this.
Previously, Snow Dream was the first and most friendly course of the SSX circuit, but the designers here in Japan have decided to expand and upgrade the challenges. This year's course is not only faster, but trickier with numerous new paths.
This was just such a fun idea for the time because so many of these games were focused just on the racing aspect, and this really made it about the racing, the tricks, the kind of just wackiness of it. I mean, for an early 2000s game, I mean, that makes sense, but it was very refreshing. All right, let's dive into this race. Do tricks to fill up your boost bar. You have 20 seconds to get big air, and then you press and hold Z for 1 second, and then press B. Okay.
No enemies. If you keep your hands to your...
All right. Let's go. Let's crouch. All right, we're gonna figure this out. Oh no, I fell immediately. Oh god. Okay. That is not how you fill up your tricky meter. Oh man. This still controls great. I mean, you wouldn't know that by the amount that I'm dying, but... God, that was a little bit of a dramatic scream. Wow, okay, so you really got to release early. There's some lead time there. All right, we're doing this now. Oh my gosh, I really can't land a single trick. All right, speed boost. Okay, land it. There we go. Oops, I just reset. I didn't know that was even a thing. Okay. What's this? I don't know what this is. Oh, no. Man, this is so fun. Okay, that's enough. Just land the trick. That's more important at this point. You can go through this sign, if I remember correctly. Oh. No, I reset. Oh, no, I was thinking like Tony Hawk controls where I could grind. All right, we're getting the hang of it. Oh. All right, we're going to reset there intentionally for once. I don't think I'm going to get the tricky boost here. Oh, man, that would have been really nice, too. Okay, let's do a grab with that. Okay. I don't know if I'd call myself the showstopper like this guy is, but that's all right. We're getting there. Land it. It's kind of cool because you have this single stick, full 3D axis control of your character, which does feel a little clunky, but it also is just, it's a fun way to control a game like this. I need to shove some people. Get these little idiots out of the way. All right. Shred that curve, shred that curve. Okay, not cool. Oh, snap. Okay. Oh, no. I got greedy. I went for my Uber trick before it was ready. So knocking people down gives you an Uber trick. Oh, no, and I reset. I keep accidentally doing that. Okay, not my best race. I think I need to do that again. I'm not happy about that. And she's upset with me because I knocked her down.
You finished fourth.
Okay.
You should work on your balance.
That's... Yeah, I should work on my balance. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. All right. We got this now. Now it's... Okay. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. My big thing is I just want to land one of these tricky tricks. Come on. Yo. Nice. Landed it. Come on. I almost got him. All right. All right. We're getting there. Yeah, we're taking first place, baby. What is this? Nice. Oh, I knew that wasn't going to land that one. I could feel it the second I started it. All right, let's get on this grind here. Nope, missed it. Missed it by that much. Okay. How did I rotated before, and I don't know how I did that, if I'm being honest. I can't remember how I did my little mid-air spin. I'd love to knock what's-her-face down again. Ah. Molasses? Okay. I got my Uber trick ready. I just can't fall down before the next big ramp. No! I lost my tricky trick. No! Oh my gosh, this is the most invested I've been in a game on this channel to date. I know I've all but stopped my commentary. You want to go, buddy? You want to go? Come on. No, you're going down. This is a vendetta now. No tricks. Okay, you fell. That's fine. Oh, no. I don't think I'm getting my tricky boost back, you guys. Oh, no. Man, what a fun game. Just something that you just really... You don't see games like this anymore. And this is... a horrible job. But this is truly one of those games that, like... This and like the ATV Off-Road Furies of the world and like Tony Hawk. Like, I would go back and play these games legitimately just for fun right now as it stands. This is one of those few games, though, that I feel like holds up so well. And the controls are great. And, you know, if I paid a little bit more attention to the controls and practiced up a little bit, I feel like this could be the type of game that's just really, really fun to pick up and play with your buddies. Still, in 2024, on like a random Saturday, I feel like this would be a blast. And also, shout out to RetroTink, because I've been using the RetroTink upscaler for all these videos. And if you do want to play old consoles, this is not sponsored, by the way, but if you do want to play old consoles on an HD TV, RetroTink will not only like upscale the graphics for you, but it'll also add in those scan lines so it looks a little bit more authentic. But anyway, SSX Tricky, what an absolute pleasure. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing. And if you have a game that you want me to play in the future, let me know in a comment, because I've already bought some games that people have commented, and we'll be covering them in future episodes. So hint, hint, wink, wink there. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all you guys giving me a few minutes of your day to reminisce about some old nostalgic games. And with that, I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.